I believe that football brings us together. I believe in the power that peace can bring. Now we must all work together to bring about football for peace. Let us unite. Football for peace.
Oh, so you know, cause we're different, it don't mean we can't unite. For the game, do it right. Whether you win or lose, no matter how you try or you kind, we can make it a better place. So play the game, share the love, let them know say we get what we want.
Unity, love and peace on the field. One ball, one love, one goal. Even if the team different, but the aim in the game not the same. Let peace play a role.
Make we raise with glass and toast for the gift of life. Connect to the power, bring peace alive. The only race, not the human race. Running to the finish is a victory. Anytime we align. Go!
One game.
Listen to the song. We are making history. You can sing along. Don't fight, go with the noise, yeah. This moment is all we are. We will give it all. Everybody say, follow me. We're making history. You can sing along. Don't fight the feelings, go with the noise. This moment is all we have. We will give it all.
No matter your position,
Let's all play one formation.
global citizens, one people, one nation.
The goal is peace. We are all goalkeepers. Defend the fight we bring. The globe needs us.
We only get one shot, take up for the team. Peace is the trophy, we going for the win.
So ready, make you sign up. Set for the lineup.
From when the ref blow the first whistle till it's time up.
One game. If you check 'em, you go see, say, we are better together.
Everybody, let's go.
Better together.
One game, one people.
One goal. Let's all unite.
One game, one people.
If you check 'em, you go see, say, we are better together.
Yes, of course, we are better together. Welcome to yet another edition of your favorite show, the Mags Tribune Sports Show. We come to you every weekend. Today's show, we get a lot for talk about as we go look at the Craig Bellamy Foundation, the impact we're playing on the players in life. We will get interviews from the players there, and also I'll get Desmond Paine, who will join me soon, and also Mohamed Sow, where now being the assistant manager for the academy himself can go join me soon. And inside the show today, we go look at the Sierra Leone Premier League as we see lots of good results for clubs there with Mighty Blackpool beating Central Parade, Anti-Drugs beating all the audience, and Bo Rangers beat Bible Warriors by 2-1 with Musa Tumbo scoring the winning goal. And also you get with players that they play abroad, as some of them get good performance this weekend with Amadou Bakayoko scoring again back-to-back. He scored last weekend, scored today again. Sule Kaikai provide 2 assists for his team. And lots more we go bring to you inside the show. Just stay with we and get the very best of sporting information. All right, then keep watching as I wait for me guest them for join me in the studio. I will just let me just talk a bit about waiting they go on at the international sports scene. Let's just look at some international sport news as we dey wait for we guest them for join we now the program today. FC good win for Arsenal over inside the Premier League. All right, let's just shout out Mustafa Konneh, welcome. Amit Fofana, welcome. Afra Briwa, welcome. And Abubakar Fastest Jakite, on our welcome to the show. And it's going to be exclusively good this evening. And Mighty Blackpool, gets 3-0 victory this evening at the Shaka Stevens Stadium. Well, with Premier League, don't they go on, resume, and lots of yesterday we see the Cavaliers being get for go down by a 1-0 against the people who get the key to the city, Freetown City Football Club. And a lot more inside with football system. But quick one, let we take the first news as we female footballers them when our veterans them being get for take to the streets and demonstrate against the FA as they say they want for take their own game now, they want for control their own game. So we been get for talk to the secretary for the Veteran Female Footballers Association, and now this is been get for say.
Come or shall we in? Talk to we say let we calm down, let them know everything and apply. So we don't sit down, we don't get a dialogue with them where we fight they get for represent. Now they say make we go put down all we problems them, we complaints. And what do we want for the FA do towards female football and female veteran? So now we go and go do that and bring them back to them.
Now, when they talk about welfare of the staff them or una coaches and the management sector, but also there was an issue we get for do with female player them when sexual harassment and intimidation, all this been the part of una demonstration. Alpha.
Yes, and that's one of we main priority that when the sexual harassment where we also hit them up with that, and then begin for tell we say. The first sitting where the ethics committee they do, now that issue they then they handle. In fact, then even confirm and say the meeting where then just end because then just end a executive meeting before go for let them go for the second meeting. They say then talk that they also say the sexual harassment. That's the first thing where the ethics committee they sit down for talk.
Your name again and position?
Mina Adam Asuma, the acting secretary general for the Sierra Leone Female Veteran.
Veteran footballers. Well, you don't get from them the veteran footballers themselves, you don't take to the street as they say Chris Fogo, that they call that they want for one their own game. Running their own game mean that they want to get total control over female football, like not them for one their own league, not them for organized female football competitions, then they want forget enough coaches when are female coaches then for come up as coaches for the female clubs them instead of male coaches. So these are the situation where these are the things where they put forward. But again, another thing, the sexual harassment complaint where we don't come about as the case be still there on. Although the police trash the case without even informing the people where they deal with the case, we make some female football stakeholders and we get for vex. So these people say, well, we they come out now for sure. Say we really want these things to be done, especially the female football sexual harassment with the picking the way they play ball now, and a lot of complaints come. How the case go, how we not go, people don't know. Then just get from 98.1 radio say one policeman say the case will not get enough. They're not getting enough evidence for back them up, so we're not going to file them in a court. So this will make them not happy. But a lot of things there again where they happen within the female football system when I make the ladies them vex. But all the same, this now the thing where we happen and the girls then begin to come out and showcase say they need their own game now. They want for play their own game. They want for control them. Tell me what you think about that now the comment section. If you think say really to being we girls them or we ladies them though matured enough for take over the female game, for take over the young game and run them for themselves. All right, we still wait for Desmond for joining. We are seeing Mohammed Sodon joining at the studio. May I just welcome sir. Welcome to the show, Mohammed sir.
Hi, thank you, Magdalene. Good evening
All
and
right.
good everybody.
Okay, so now the former assistant manager for the Bellamy Foundation, where they are today for telling some of the benefits where the academy bring to Salon and we young boys them and how it help for develop with youth football and junior football in the country and what the himself think about how we can use such opportunity next time for make sure say we're able for develop with youth football fine. And as we all know, from where the Bellamy Foundation shut down, we not get any other junior academy. We don't come up professionally for take youth football and develop into the way how Bellamy Academy be developed. So we go come and talk to Saul later as we still wait for Desmond Paine, where they try for joining at the studio. Let's just take some comments. Naya, Mohammed Konneh say I'm here. Thanks, Mohammed. And Amit say keep up the good work. I'm watching from Dubai. Thank you, Amit. And Alfred Bao, they say, watching live from Congo Cross. Thank you, Alfred. And from Abubakar, they say, keep it up. Thank you, Abubakar. A lot of people don't understand. Then comment, keep sending it and tell us how they watch me from. And also tell me if you think, say, the footballers, them really, the women footballers, them don't get the capacity for one day young game. Yeah, people they complain about the time when Asha Johansson be there. Some man say because of that they don't want woman for handle football again. But anyways, that's it, and everybody gets in your way out in the thing. Now, since we they wait for Desmond Paine, I'll start with Mohammed. So, Mohammed, so one more time, welcome to the show. First of all, let me begin for look at the impact of youth football in the country.
The impact from which angle?
Generally, like how youth football then in Sierra Leone, how you go able for access them at the moment?
Well, to me, there is variety of ways and way you were able access, football. If you are interested in the country, because when they look at from the youth stage, so there are some people where the young where they come into football, and we get some people as time goes on they get interested into the game. But I think majority of Sierra Leoneans, most of the players then start this game when they're young. So I think say accessibility to the game na Sierra Leone, it's very easy for access because of the interest and their few areas and the availability of the field and the availability of even the coaches where they pay them, they just in one field, they train boys them. So basically, I think for access both football and Sierra Leone, I think it's not too difficult, where you come up, you want to play football. There are some things where you may need where you not go able get, but I think for access the football in general, I think is generally okay.
All right. Thank you for that. Allah just welcome Desmond. Welcome to the show, Desmond.
Yes, good evening, Maggie. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, Mr. Saul.
All right. Quick, Desmond. Before they come, I will play the interview where the ladies then do, as you know, so they'll be demonstrate over inside the week for take their own game. Then say they want for one their own game now, with particular reference to also asking questions about how far with the female sexual harassment case. So then talk about the one for handle the game now. So what do you think about that? Because I know that you follow that demonstration, your protest.
Well, a welcome idea, and that process it be done long. It be done due for a long time. I think we really for don't come out very very long time. But people then be very much cautious about people then be getting reservation. Everybody been say, oh, I don't want to be the black sheep now the family. I don't want to let people look me as the bad guy. I don't want to lose my job. Certain things, and they even community go frown at me. But it reach a point where Then we get for step on some people, then toes them. And then everybody realize, oh, this thing with Desmond, Maggie, Hawa, and all the rest, we don't talk around, not to about them again, about we. So the question was, how can we get our voice being heard to the public? How can we get our message heard to the one that we're concerned? So this lead for, let we say, the kind of movement will take place. And even that very day, when they go out, then face heavy resistance from so many top-ranking people them around the country, people them outside the country. We don't participate in football. We still they play the dirty game, the dirty trick behind the game, not for see female football progress. Then we get for call them, try for stop them, say, look, you guys not go into this protest. Which one are the group are not correct? We get for add any good fruit. But some of them been believing and get the passion, and then go out and make them voice heard. Wait for me, dove me heart to them, and I tell everybody we're involved in female football activities as Sierra Leone, this is the time. It's either we make it or break it. Let we all come on board and join this movement. We don't start this protest. Let we continue. For one, the protest lead for let them get a meeting, an in-house meeting. Will last for about 5 hours or so, if I'm right. And in the meeting, then put them recommendation them in place. But they say, no, we're not going to listen now. When I go back home, when I write what I want, and come out, and then from there we could take them forward. So the stage at which now for what we call all the clubs, then all stakeholders, anybody will get business for do with football. And that's why I said to the ladies, the veterans, and we go. Let them understand, say it is not about them anymore. It's about Sierra Leone. The pikin within a Kailan, the pikin within a Daru, the pikin within a Potoru, the pikin within a Kabbalah. The picky where they're very close to the Guinea border, we want to play football in a salon. Forget this same access. It's not about few people then say, okay, they want can turn you manager for under 17, you go manager for under 16. Then after 1 or 2 months, everything died down. No. We want sustainable gold. That's why we are calling everybody on board. Let we come together. Let we go around the table. We put everything in black and white, waiting necessary for change. Female face in football in a salon. And let every female we participate in the game. Be the one that we don't play. We get them funny. We get them Masoila. We don't win a late together. Ekudai or them. We get them French. We get so many of them. We don't play the game because of the attitude of people in our society. They all we don't take defense and you don't quietly say not to be business. But now we want for make it be them business. Let them come on board. Let we set a proper blueprint for female football in Asalo.
All right. You touch one side. We talk about they only come up now because they touch some people and tail. We understand about few. Maybe they work with the FA with and sack, and after that we see this action. What do you think about this attitude of people? If it not happen to me, I not go take action at all.
Well, this now also where they kill the fabric then our country. If I make you see today, we did with how we did. Just imagine South Sudan we just start. In 2019, and then start up their own female league. So they then get a functional female league who they run. And then they receive the same money who they receive as from FIFA and CAF. But they're able to utilize their own. But we, because people, they put their own ego before, think just about themselves, the lead we follow, we find we say, Usa day today. And now when some people then quiz them, they say, oh, me bread and butter, they don't pull on common and me mouth. So I'm not going to set me mouth, you give me sell out come out. But we get few of them, they were very, in fact, all of them are not called few. From the likes of Adama, Suma Pele, Musu Pele, the legend, and then Princess, what they call Babi, the assistant coach for the national team. And all of them were able to remember the names and we come out that day, including Hawada, that we own focal person, we always did around. It was amazing. And me, I just encourage Sierra Leoneans and say, when things and they happen, not wait until you are water to rain your body before you say you go to doctor. The best you can do, pull the water off the fire. Let it not meet your body. Because if you meet your body, say I tell you they act, you don't too late. But however, we know they condemn them, we know they badge them, we are still in with them, we support them with the dove we had to them, and we congratulate them for taking that bold step. Because everything around the country has been politicized. So then coming out mean a lot for let we get a blueprint. We will say female football and salon.
All right. Let we go now to the topic proper way now the Bellamy Foundation and youth football. How it will change the country. I will just talk to Saul how we go assess the system and they talk about the fields they were not available, the coaches they were they need to motivate through salary system. Some coaches can just come up, he set up your own team, say I'm a team this, he continue for go, and later the team then can die out because no support. So what thing are you don't take about the formation, the system, how we they run youth football in Sierra Leone?
Well, we not ever get them right, na Salone, because right from the days of Kamadum, we are Tobo Sheraton, them, the light of Mohamed Kalon, Paul Parker, you name to name but few. There has never been a blueprint for youth football system, na Salone. Nothing was planned, nothing was written. So everybody been a guess. And this guess now lead we to USA with this so today we make when good initiative then come, then back not able for strive now with society. Because when you get a structure where they in place, any good initiative where they can before they implement them, it will go first to the blueprint we already done there. And that blueprint in they guide them for them able to do it in a one for do. But it can't turn for say, we not get that. We not get nothing for show for. So because we not get nothing for show for, it lead we for with the play catch and hide. With the catch there, with the hide, say we do the right thing, but we don't really do it. So that make you see we get few things wrong. But the good part about Bellamy League or Bellamy Foundation, where in Konneh Salone, within a lot of people not being understand. Bellamy League or Bellamy Foundation been come for change the face of football in Salone. And they may succeed for doing how they go about them. Before they get the academy for start itself, there was a process what they call recruitment process. So this recruitment process lead them for men and go right around the country. First, they recruit all teams then. They recruit teams and where they work with picking them at various communities then. After recruiting them teams and they say, "Oh, we bring the coaches then come to Freetown." But then things say, instead of bringing these coaches, why not also bring managers come in? Then bring in managers and work with a group we call SPW by then. We call it restless development. Now the name now SPW. So then bring and this restless development now group all they work for training young people that will just come out school, one for go university, they don't get the opportunity. So then bring them come under this umbrella, then train managers, then train coaches, then train assistants, and then send we to the field. When they send we to the field, then start the process of identifying children. Then we go in at the academy. By then, the construction of the structure and the place itself was going background and other documentations and may go on. So he come up with a plan where for really succeed. The reason why we not been getting right because we own football in structure and Salone not get a blueprint. Where Bellamy Foundation for don't come under say, okay, this now we meet the country to work on that. Despite now a private entity, let we work with them for us to succeed this kind of way.
All right. Yeah, let we keep going now. Before I come to on the back, we do a short documentary where we play. So a lot of people be want for know why the academy shut down. But again, like you say, a lot of good things happen, and you work there, so work there. I will come to on the back, but now listening to a few of the boys then where go through the academy, waiting then say about the experience with during the time when they be there.
Uchi, to which you ask me concerning the academy. For me, not to be dull moment. I enjoy every single bit we happen at the academy. I'm so grateful for meet short people like Una and wait and learn from Una. Trust me, it really developed me a lot. So like since the academy closed, life has been difficult. Honestly, like in the academy, football boots, not to me be the buy feeding, education wise, trust me, financial support, that not be too worry. Everything the academy be they provide for we. Give it good education, give it the right football we for play, and feed we well, the right food we for eat, and claw through as well, both in the pitch and out of the field. So it was good, but life out of the academy is really tough. Now think of for buy football boots, which is they take 3 weeks or 4 weeks, it done. And for buy a boot now, it really costly. It costs 250,000 or 300,000 leons. And that costs for buy one boot, one pair boot. Then secondly, you get for feed yourself. It's really difficult to get for feed yourself, you get for clothe yourself as well. And get for go school, all that stuff. But thank God now I don't sit a was, which is I get a certificate of and really difficult. And if you think of now they play the Premier League and the clubs themselves na saloon out here, they pay much. So waiting and they give you na just a token for just keep you for a month, because like the money when they give, for example, if club team they give me like 1 million leons or 800,000 or 700,000, that money I get for buy boots, I get for pay transportation, I get for eat, and I get a family, whereas I get for take care of. So all that's really tough, really tough. But like that's so in our life. And if I dey give a advice to somebody we were open academy a salon, first which I can say, I go say make that person dey make a partnership with the FA a salon, because like na till I understand say we embark the Craig Bellamy Academy. Bellamy Academy is just be there on its own. They get support from the country as a whole. Right? Now, where two become face, who be there at the academy, will be the face more, but like we not be that too worried. Like when you come to the national assignment, be the include we the Bellamy player there. They be isolate we. So due to the Sierra Leoneans people them, and they come up, then think of we say, but we get Bellamy Academy, we na well structured project. Why we not go use them in certain areas of the national duty when it comes to under 17, under 20, even the national level, we at the senior level. So the people then cry for we. So that's the takes they begin, they select some of we. Like even me, I present for playing at the national under 17. So like, and we get other players them like Omaru Samura, Santi, Mustafa Bundu. We now self play for the national team with the Denmark, Zidane, Mohamed with the England. It not be easy. Really tough. So like if I dey give advice, make get partnership with the FA.
Bellamy Academy. Life in CBF. Life in CBF was great. Life in CBF is the dream life for every kids in Africa, especially Sierra Leone to be precise. The life in CBF is a prayer point for every kids in Africa. Every kid's dream of the life in CBF. CBF was a great foundation that developed each and every individual that went through there to football and education, because both we are going simultaneously, and it helps our social life and our upbringing. It develops us a lot. But the unfortunate part for us, not all of us have the opportunity we are seeking. So life after CBF was stressful. Life after CBF was so heartbreaking for us as a kids, and we feel so helpless. No one's come to our aid, to our rescue. After the enclosure of the academy, we are left on our own. Everyone have to decide for themselves what to do next or what to start with, and it was very difficult for each and everyone to take a start. Yeah, for now we are coping with the situation because some of us are still pursuing our football careers and others are on education areas and some are doing it simultaneously, and it has been tough, I can say. Like, life after CBF was so frustrating, especially when the academy was on the early stage of closure. We are mocked, we are seen as a loser, as a failure, and our society, our people are so judgmental. They judge the situation without them knowing, and that has been so difficult for us as a kids growing up here. So for for the area of me giving advice, my advice to people that want to like reopen the academy or whatsoever, that would be so great because there are lots of other kids that need opportunity like that, because CBF have created impact in some others' life and some are still the same. But I think if I'm advising, if they want to open the academy, if they want to reopen the academy, it will be nice for other kids now, and we just hope they put everything in place so they won't break the heart of other kids coming up, because we are not hoping for other kids to go through the same things we go through years back, and everything needs to be well structured this time around if they want to reopen the academy. And
All right. That's now the voice of Alison, and before that was Abdulaziz. We get about 8 boys we talk. We go play half as we move on in the show. So just stay with for half an hour and go left with. But Desmond day full time na the show. So Mohammed. So first of all, I come to you. What's in your impression about running the Bellamy Academy and the impact we create na the boys their life?
Sorry, I did get a little break with me light, which is very
It's all
unfortunate.
right. It's all right
Yeah.
to deceive.
Yeah. Repeat what you say, please. What's your
I
question?
say, what's in your impression about the running the Craig Bellamy Academy and the impact we create na the boys their life?
Well, I can look at it from two angles. My personal impression and the impression of the boys, and other staff, because to me personally, I've been thinking, say, I was maybe through me hard working, I was lucky for work with the first, professional academy in Sierra Leone. So it is a memorable something I no go ever forget. And also with the boys them, it was very, very, you know, um, let me say, very good, you know, opportunity for the boys, despite how it ends. But in overall, to me, I think it was a very good initiative, and it contributed a lot for the football where we see now, because most of these boys, them, if not all, but I think 80 or 90% of them, they do well in different things, because the academy not be the run in one fold. This is not something where some people are not able to know. the Craig Bellamy Foundation not been based on just footballing. Football not be just one criteria of we activities, where I can always emphasize to me say it was a very especially the league where it be the run. I mean just a tiny something, because when we be the run the league, the nationwide league, we get 4 different aspects. Because I serve as a national manager first before ever going to be the assistant academy manager na Tumbo. So the 4 different angles we they look at, football was just one angle we they look at. So we look at football, we look at community development projects, we get school attendance, then also we get fair play. So these 4 different aspects, they carry equal points. So you can be terrible in winning games, but you can match for be a champion of the league, which was very unique initiative where I really recommend the way we be run the academy, because the fair play is a very key component will be run the league, and we will always make sure say make them boys and grow up and know say fair play is very important. It can be within the pitch or out of the pitch. How you can give back to your community. So the initiative of running the community development project, it was a great, because you go look at these boys, they go along with different initiatives, and at the award points based on how innovative your project look like. You can do cleaning, but what are the impact of your cleaning they do in the community? What in the area where you target, the people where you target, and what in the effects of your cleaning, both negative and positive. So all these things, when we put them together with a grade a team, say based on these 4 components, what would they run the league, you don't get these points. So to me, honestly, the academy creates so much impact now the lives of not just the boys, but also managers, coaches, and some communities. Plenty communities benefit. Though the way everything wrap up, some people think like, okay, not able sustain. Yeah, the sustainability was that the key thing that way. I think say many people think say we didn't succeed on how for sustain them. And I'm not gonna blame an individual, say this is what is responsible, or this person is responsible for this, because there was like different component also where
All right, we go come to that side. Let me come to Desmond. Desmond, you self work with the system. You work with the league, you work with the academy, and a lot of the boys them they look up to you as a role model. What do you think? I get for can play other boys them voice. We then self talk about the time in the academy and what they think. So what do you think as somebody working at the academy, and how you feel say this impact the boys then life?
Well, I believe say waiting happen at Salone. Some people say a blessing, not a blessing. Now been the right time the development come, because mind you, there was nothing for show for picking them na Salone, and some of we already been on engaged with picking them the work. Like saw in area we been in a Freetown, he get in team we been work with. Nobody not been the pay him. He been there right in team day. If you don't go to restless development, you don't get in knowledge. You don't come, but there was no way I can go express himself what you don't learn from that community development study where you get from restless. And so many of we don't get things and what we did do, where there was nowhere we can go let people see what you would do with the picking them. So the coming of the Bellamy League and also the academy, for we it create that structure, it create that environment where we able for express ourselves, we able for inspire young communities them, we able for take picking them from the ghetto, even with colleagues and young people today where now academicians, they don't get masters, they don't get degree, then they live a very good life in a salon today. This Bellamy Foundation or the initiative paved a better structure for these people for develop. Because I could remember at once These people do then go to a consultant group where they call Coaching for Hope from Burkina Faso. Then go look at the system where they work in Burkina Faso. Then come out there. Then kind of Ghana where they operate Right to Dream. Then look at the modern way Right to Dream gets. And then they come na Salon. They can look at waiting we get geographically, how related are we with these countries. And then put them together. And then they go to UNICEF. Say, look, Sierra Leone na a young country, don't go under war. And then get young people, then we get knowledge, then just come out school. They want to take sport as their passion. How can we work together for give them within they want? UNICEF say we can support a league structure. Then they say, okay, this is what we want. They start up the league structure. Come with experts them around from UNICEF around the globe. They can train with national stadium, feed we, give we equipment. Give them one that we don't ever get knowledge about how coaching them for work, managers in the world, give them that knowledge there. And then they send we go to the field. And then if you see the impact where we make during them days and the way we've been work, it's so amazing. The question you ask is, even as a country, Sierra Leone, why authorities like from the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Sport, we FA, why they not bank on waiting we achieve then days and days? Because like for me, all my captains and my team, they were responsible. Every school where me players and I get a book where they to the principal. And then the one of the players and the team get a book in his own bag. Every morning he goes around the class. Abu, you present, he tick you. Almami, you are absent, he tick you. Then me said they go verify, waiting he write. And then at the end of the day, if we get the list, you not come to school, you don't practice with us. And even when you know the practice, there is an obligation that you can watch the practice. So we begin to encourage parents them from the various communities and for can watch waiting they happen. It was so unique. People they see we they go around with them picking them. Some not be understand, not be they ask question. They say we are mad. We not go work. But we are creating a huge impact today. Maggie, if you go do a research na Freetown, na the Premier League, even the boys they wouldn't represent Sierra Leone, na national na Leone Star, and we play AFCON. Half of them all went through the Craig Bellamy League structure. All of them na Freetown, both boys and girls. So that tells you, say, it was a unique opportunity for Salon, for let we tap into and change the narrative around with football. But, one thing we're bad now with country is, if not to soccer with me and so not related, I'm not a good supporter. So a foreigner, waiting concern me. He go well just now. Then now money you can take panem picking them. But nobody will go ask say, sure, why you think for cow this initiative? How can we support you? Whose role we can play? Then they wait for let Shaw fall down and then they begin to ask questions. This is what happened to Craig Bellamy Foundation. So many of we colleagues and we can, the people being come and say, now side for can make millions, side for go build a house, build mansions. None of them not think say, now side for make an impact in themselves and then communities. By the time some of them realized the project was nowhere to be seen. There was no money for run the league again. Beaucoup problems they don't occur. Even the academy been the struggle. So many things that happened. But it was unique. And I program was unique in your form.
Okay, so now we listen to two boys again. I'll bring the boys them 2-2, and then we come back and look into the issue. We also get an interview with the head of the coordinator for youth football, where they appoint at the FA will be and come later. Now we listen to Mohamed Mohai.
Good evening. Thank you very much for this wonderful question you asked me due to Academy Craig Bellamy Foundation. My name now Mohamed Mohai. I stay at Konneh, eastern part of Sierra Leone. Well, my experience at the academy back then was good. I really learned a lot for be among boys around the country, Sierra Leone as a whole. Because like we boys gather around a particular place, it could be a lot of fun, provoking, oneness, and my experience at the academy was great. I really go through good and bad times. We eat time per day, and our whole life in academy was based on education and football. And morning, all the wake around 6 o'clock, we praise and worship. From there, 6:30, go again. After training, can get breakfast. After breakfast, we go na class. Did it say 12, after 12 to 1, going for lunch. After lunch, going back from 1 o'clock to 3. After 3 o'clock, school off. From there, going for that training back. We train 2 times per day, and eat 3 times per day. And net around 6 to 7, going for prep. It was good, and like we young boys, like we the gap up for play ball. The best side for stay in a football academy, because like all the focus go based on one side. Everything the team ball na ball education, so they get 100% focus, and was good then. Was good, but some another way back we meet us on difficulties, but that not to be issue. Yeah, and also in life after this academy we don't close. To be honest with you, not really easy, because like I go say Bellamy Academy now once in a lifetime opportunity we will get a salon for young boys who dey come up more of the part of this country of any when as Sierra Leone as a whole. Not really easy, and since we the academy be close with the boys, then one way no way opportunity for travel, not really easy for we, and now only God dey drive we right now to we career back. But most of we don't move off with career. Some man be don't go different ways, some man be don't begin, some man don't go back to school, some man decide for stay off from school, all in focus na one side when na football. Most of we not know the who sabi again, only football. And to be honest, it really tough for we, really tough for we. Since we the academy close, really tough for we. And me only advice we are able give to the one way that they plan for can make another academy. Let them make sure say everything will be structured, put everything in place, make them not come and no more and decide forget what thing they come for and focus other side. When they come, let them try for do better more than the Craig Bellamy Academy.
Me now Peter Kagbo, former player for the Craig Bellamy Foundation. Then be scouts me na McKinney. And my experiences at the academy really great, because just they play ball twice a day, morning and evening time, and they go school. They take 3 or 4 classes, subject, the basic subjects in terms of academics, and I learned plenty, but putting them on and off the field. I mean, we get incredible coaches there and teachers for learn from, and for what we do at the academy, I get beaucoup opportunity there, especially also then in America they play football and they go to school, and currently they can do my master's degree. Currently look for jobs there, for kickstart my career professionally. So yeah.
All right, that's now other 2 sets of the boys. Them, like I said, more interviews. There we get Rodney Michael, Boko, and more where we go talk to. But so like you listen, the boys them like the statement they would make really they tell like what you said earlier. It's not all about playing football, but it was like having them getting the best of education. Now Peter we just talked on. They talk about doing a master's in America when at Ttoday Academy get the connection, and also the plan for go professionally within career. So what in this mean for the system and the boys themselves?
Me? Right?
Yes, so.
Oh, okay. Well, it means a lot, because like Peter just said, now they try for do a masters, which is a very huge success where we go celebrate, We get other boys them now the United States, the way they do very well. In the 5 or 6 years where we operate now Sierra Leone, they can impact where we create. I think say if we be sustain this whole project, for the next 10 years in Sierra Leone, by now we're not going to struggle a lot, not just for football, but we go to boast of boys them we get a very positive mindset and educated boys them, and coupled with boys them we go do extremely well in footballing. So for me, I believe say we just get it a bit wrong way this whole thing closed. But honestly speaking, Magdalene, like I say, these areas where I just state, these are the areas where the academy be really focus on, and I believe say we get those things right. When it come with the model, like when Mr. Paine be they say just now, all the areas where they go and come up with all these ideas, and we come to really start of this thing. What's the purpose of which when we start this whole thing, we're able to achieve most of them aims and the way we really want to achieve of them. So to me, I wish something like this go continue, or somebody go start up something like this where I believe say it go continue for be a very very good something for we in the country.
All right, that's now waiting so get for say. Desmond, I see you they you they pinch me over. Now people will make away this Jazzy today, Man City. I'm glad we Tottenham beat them. But anyways, with me green screen, I can't wear green. I wear me salon Jazzy. So Desmond, the boys that they talk about education, you hear it from Peter. Now they go for a masters or it don't they finish. You get also other boys then though then stay back salon when I be the other generation when they're able to make them out, but then they do well in education and some of them they try for improve themselves. So with this development, you think say it be necessary for the boys them or the one they will not succeed now being just a bad moment for them, or it's just that now the structure not been there?
Well, for me, on the education side and also sport, I've been now one of the highest moment in that. And why I say one of the highest moment then because I could remember na McKinney. For go pull somebody in Pekin and host, couch and a field say can practice. The problems then with me I face. I get parents and we can me go na police. I get parents and we them Pekin and sick. I know they sleep. My house was like a charity center. Because any Pekin na McKinney, na to me they run for camp. He say he didn't Bellamy League. Problem come on. So the focus on education, when we really, really hammer around home and listening to Peter, when Peter the talk, when I get the interviews there, each and every one when I listen to the interview, I cry within myself because I remember when we start the process of selecting them under hot burning sun. Some of them were not even circumcised as men. Yes. Some of them were not even circumcised. Some of them they can't do it and they wet on bed. So what we did free time with them, and today looking at the point where they don't go in life, it just tells you say if we give a young picking them the right opportunity and tailor the right development towards them, we will get the best out of them. Even those that they not go out of saloon, they are doing a very good job. Look at them in the Premier League, see their performance, see their education, go to the communities they live. The only thing, it was sad that we country from day one when we start the process not able to understand say how can we go learn from this model where these guys and they deal with who side and get them Maggie with curriculum now the Bellamy Foundation and the league. It's a whole curriculum where even with Ministry of Sport and Education can use for salon because everything was embedded in them is centered at the Pekin, focus at the Pekin in development and education, and also focus at parents supporting them, picking them. Maggie, you reach a point. Parents were running up and down for go watch the leagues. I could remember some of the boys. They were in the league, they were in the scouting process where they lost them that did them. It was so sad, but they managed to make them through the process. They went to the academy. Today they are in the UK. Some could not even make it to professional standard. But these guys, if they open their mouth to you, you go ask yourself, say, why Sierra Leone? We did not build on this.
Yeah, I come to you. You said I play Peter interview in English because if very necessarily let people they know how develop these boys are. Like you say, Peter then take them from McKinney, but they don't develop a whole lot. Let just play them quick.
You player?
This
Yeah, yeah. This now waiting Peter say, and you dey hear the English, they see the development in the life. So I know say yourself work with Peter. What's in you they feel like getting this kind of development from the boys there?
just feel proud and feel happy that we're at least young man like that, pass through because it was not about me, Desmond, Desmond being there not enough, McKinney, he really produced very intelligent boys from that angle because he was a very disciplined man, No Siam, so he's a very disciplined man, So discipline most of the boys, I'm not kidding, that is fact, we are friends because we both, I think, they look from the same angle and want to see things right, So it was not a doubt, for producer boys from different angle, different sides of the country. So I'm really proud, and now we dey talk about Peter, but trust me, Mark, you go be surprised. Some of the boys are voting that they on now. In very 1 or 2 years, you will hear something bigger than what we they talk now for them. Yeah. So it was a blessing, and I am so proud that we really contributed making these boys, who they are today. So it's something I'm not going to ever forget.
Okay. All right. Before Saw the left, we let just listen to Rodney Michael and Said Conte. I probably saw go once for left way and go, but let listen to Rodney Michael Jr. We also now player we come through the academy and instead they play in professional football now in America, back up with education where they improve on a daily basis.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rodney Michael. I am a member of the second generation of the Craig Bellamy Foundation. I was scouted in Bow City and was able to join the academy back in 2011. Without the academy, I definitely would not be where I'm at today, and I definitely would not be the person that I am today. With the help of the academy, I was able to earn a scholarship to travel to the United States to attend high school back in 2014. In 2017, I graduated high school and earned a full ride athletics scholarship to attend the University of California, Santa Barbara, where I studied sociology and continued my soccer career playing Division I college soccer. I'm currently on track to graduate college in this summer and earn my bachelor's degree in sociology. I have also been lucky enough to sign my first professional contract last year and begin my professional soccer career. If the academy were to be up and running again, my main advice to those that hope to gain entrance into the academy is to always take your education seriously. As you have heard through my explanation of my journey, um, the entire journey has been soccer has been linked to education, whether it was coming to high school to study and play soccer or going to university to study and play soccer. Without education, without good education, um, none of those things would have been possible. So my advice is to make sure you take your education very seriously. It's not always about soccer, as soccer can always come to an end, but your education can keep you going even after your career comes to an end. So take education seriously and keep on working on your soccer abilities.
I think it's no secret that my experience at the academy was very tough in the beginning. And that is primarily based off of my background and the way I was raised. I grew up having people around me that would do pretty much everything for me. I never had to do laundry. I never had to wash my shoes. I never had to wash my clothes. I never had to wash my boots. I never had to do anything. There would always be someone around me that would take care of things like that. But when I went to the academy, I had to give all of that up and start taking accountability for my life. I had to learn how to hand wash my clothes. I had to learn how to fold my clothes. I had to learn how to clean my shoes, how to clean my soccer boots after training, how to wash my training jerseys, how to wash my uniform. I had to learn all these things. And at first, it was a big shock to my system. But um, eventually, as time went on, I realized that without independence and without a, accountability, my life going forward would have been very difficult. So I can say that learning or going through that experience shaped me to be the person that I am today. It shaped me to into someone that is very independent, and I can attest that as it stands right now, I could pretty much go anywhere around the world and be able to survive on my own and not having to rely on anyone doing anything for me. And all of that was because of the experiences that I had to go through at the academy.
Hello, my name is Saeed Konneh, and I was part of the first generations of kids at the Craig Bellamy Foundation out in Tombo. Prior to joining the academy in 2011, I used to play for a local team called Sierra Rangers, commonly known as Papa Jack, and I participated in the Bellamy Academy League. And in 2011, I got scouted at Aberdeen Plainfield to join the academy. In 2012, I got offered the opportunity to go to the United States to further my education while also pursuing my dreams of soccer. I recently finished my education out in California, and in terms of the future, currently I'm in Spain, playing out here in Spain, and I hope to continue to play until I can't anymore. If the academy were to reopen right now, one advice I will say to everyone who's working or hope to gain interest there is obviously keep working hard. Nothing is given. That's for me. That was huge. Is every single opportunity you need to earn it, and also work hard and be dedicated to the process. Obviously, also be realistic. Like sometimes we get carried away with the whole concept of becoming professional soccer players, and we lose track of other opportunities that are out there. And the reality is, not every single player that goes through the academy will make it to that next level. That's just the reality because there's so many players out there, and Sierra Leone is not the only country that is producing players. So obviously work hard, and if you have a real shot at becoming a professional footballer, then yes. If not, then you need to have a reality check and explore the opportunities. My experience at the academy be really good because obviously we me not be one of the lucky people there. We me time was spent at the academy, everything was fully functional. We the academy get full staff. They get 3 meals a day. We dey eat per day. Uh, we be get all man get your own bed with a sleeper. We dey get quality education. So for me, I feel very lucky in that sense because it be feel more like a family away from our actual individual families. So it was more of a unit. We all worked very well together. But now we at the look back or working on a salon for visit and what I see the condition of the facility and some of the players then we will be in at the academy. Very sad because we never pictured it like this. We never think for say the academy not gonna be functional. So looking back right now to the academy and seeing that it's not functioning, it's pretty hard for me to picture the academy not being operational because this was something that many people thought it was gonna last longer than it did, and it's pretty sad going back to Sierra Leone to visit and going to the academy and seeing how everything all the facilities and like some of the guys who we were at the academy together. It's pretty sad to see the situation in general. So
All right, that's that side. Because the way they play football now in Spain, like these guys, not everybody know them. We are about. Not everybody know what then they do Desmond. But with these talks where they do now, people go realize that, the future for Sierra Leone is bright because if side they talk about playing in Spain. You get Rodney playing in America. You get Peter also, where they try to go into professional football. It means we get couple of young boys where in not too long future they go able for stand up and represent Sierra Leone as players where we go able for take up the responsibility.
Yeah, Maggie, we get, if I'm right at the moment in America, we get very close to 12 of them there, where they go school and also they play football. And then we get like three, I think 4 or 5, we really don't take a professional pathway. Like we get Frank Daroma from the second generation, where they do extremely well. We get Suleiman Ba from Bo as well. He said they do very well. We get Abdo, one from Freetown, Fofana as well. He's also doing very well. We get Suleiman Boko. He's also doing well from the first generation, and Rodney and Musa Yansane. We get Abdul Fattah Toure also, and then we get Baba from I don't forget the name. Baba boy is from McKinney. He's from Nkenema. Yeah, even they part of the second generation as well. They will get we other goalkeeper who pull from Freetown. All these guys are playing, and you get Dennis Cole as well. I've been one time tip for being one of the best features them for the academy. He's also in the state playing football. So, and one unique thing is these guys, this English way you read in the chamso, it all started in the academy. We had a lot of problem with them, waking them in the morning, trying to speak. We go out fighting them. Then, hey guys, you guys, they're like, Kuchi, why should we be speaking English? But we don't speak English when we play football. I'm like, look, there's life after this academy. There's somewhere you're going to go express yourself. You're not going to be talking Creole always. So come on. So it was always a fight, but just listening to them and see the brighter future for we country. And the only thing I'm sad about is that ever since them boys they are left salon, we football in structure in our country. Not ever make a move for trace them and see what thing they do.
All right. So what when because we got two more boys for play then Clipway and Santos and Suleiman. But before we do that, when the boys that they talk, they make mention of then think some of them feel so because the academy not been get that kind of closure with the FA. Now that make when the term come where money not be there again away they shut down, nobody not be there for bail them out. You think say that now one reason, or is it that now the FA not be making enough move for make sure say there's able for grab the opportunity for get closer to the academy?
No, well, an officing at that not the major problem. The major problem is, mind you, when the FA has always been there for us. Now then feel we been the rent for play with matches then. We can go free time. So like me time where I go to the academy, I try for liaise with the football federation and the academy as well. I can remember the time when I been did it, Obi Meziga was the technical director. On so many occasions, I get meeting with them, try for invite them, Meden Kandong, Tombo, Kansi. And everything was in the pipeline. Even soiree within the Ministry of
The
Sport NASA
NSA.
today.
Yeah.
NSC, yes. So I read all there was a plan for let them go visit the academy. But I don't know what to make where I left that kind of thing and they not materialize. But again, you need Sierra Leoneans and we at the heart of the development of Salone for move them kind of things and yeah, so because for one, when I go to the academy, waiting as a notice, the boys were not connected with Sierra Leoneans. They were not connected with the system around Sierra Leone. All their focus was what is in the academy, how are they going out to become professionals. So me time there at the moment where I go, I even try for go make the coach we been did it, Johnny Marcus, understand say we can achieve as much as we want at the academy, but if the presence of the boys not felt in the community and the country, we're not able to achieve anything where we get. Despite we leagues and where they play people they see we and people they know. That's where we take up the responsibility for begin tour around the country with the boys them, try for begin CC, we meet stakeholders them in football. The problem we make really certain things and then we get them wrong is one, it has to do with there was nobody we being understand Bellamy in concept for the academy. The people the way Bellamy bring come, some of them come there with the concept about themselves, not about how the program will succeed. So some of them see the project, see Bellamy come for open a professional football academy wherein he can use speaking and sell them for make money. But at the end of the day, that was not the bottom line. The bottom line was how can he make these children better people? This is not somebody we see picking and they play ball in the street. He fall in love with them. He not fall in love because of their talent. He fall in love because he see them kick football and how deplorable their life been there. So he said, because of this, I want for can give them the opportunity. Let within the young country make them be better people. But we get them wrong somewhere that we're not able to understand. Say, okay, if these kids go America or they don't go America, how can we also get them for be the best in a salon? For investing them going to universities in a salon, investing them getting a structure where go run a salon, where them go play their own team, and also with fundraising activities, not for only centered around and the state and the United Kingdom, but for centered around Sierra Leone as well. So Sierra Leoneans then go put them more to side their money there. But you know when you bring people the way only and solely particular about themselves, what do you expect from them? And the person will set up that initiative, to be candid, I would like for appreciate that guy there. And I will always respect and Dorosin Thomas. Dorosin Thomas now somebody where Salone gets. Salone know they look at Dorosin. Dorosin is
Yeah.
somebody where Salone for look. I'm telling you, Dorosin Thomas is one of the brains and way Salone they miss, but we know they understand how we they miss her. When this project came, Dorosin was the first that reported this thing on BBC program. That time he was in Ghana reporting. Dorosin came salon, he toured the country, he do infeasibility study, he talked to people there, he talked to everybody. Now, Dorosin I do this the recruitment of coaches then all over the country. Dorosin was the brain behind building the structures, building the pitch, everything. So I know some people waiting for the that opportunity. They will run away with the money. They will not go even left a legacy behind. But Dorosin in legacy, now in lead for Lewudi from the likes of Peter, Rodney Michael, Said, and even people like we. But today he's in Sierra Leone, but nobody sees him as somebody who get enough for offer into the sport. Coming to Bellamy as well. This is somebody I'll call on Sierra Leoneans and the world at large. Let we celebrate him. Let we appreciate him. We're all human beings. We get highs, we get lows. But that guy did a very, very good job. He get in own problem with him people, then we bring him for can run the institute. The way we want things and for happen, get on the way then say we want things for happen, dance to the tune. So some of them badge on and see him as the bad guy, but he's a unique person. Maggie, the very first boys that we left with country, Mustafa Bundu, Santigi, and Boko, after that in Osten go stay. They were in the house of Craig Bellamy, in a mansion.
In England.
In England, in a mansion. They eat with in family. They do everything with in children. In fact, the environment we make with Pekin and we go, they craze. They craze in a sense. The things they wouldn't see. Some of them, their minds were overblown by everything. So even the focus at that moment, what they be good for, they not be able to get up because the distraction was so much. They don't believe the wealth of waiting and see. This is how this person is unique, and this is how this person will get love for we picking them. But at the end of the day, we get with highs and lows. Things that happen along the line we're not supposed to happen. Funding then can't left the league. UNICEF money done. Team Kellaway come. Team did a very good job for re-kick again the league and re-kick the academy running and for convince Creek, say let Creek begin run some charity events then there and there. But it was difficult because everything went around people fighting themselves, people criticizing themselves, people trying for bring them down, and instead of nothing a salon for understand what they happen. And a big man, he gets in own ego, he won't go by in word. That guy flew to Sierra Leone every time he gets holiday for play with we at the academy, even with the staff, even with the picking them, even for end up for coach them. This is how unique this guy was to Sierra Leone. And I'm sure Usa Ide today is one with them boys here, so they not go ever forget that in life. And even some of the boys, then I keep telling them, pick the phone and just say, hello, sir. We thank you, we appreciate you for what you do for me. It's not easy.
Yeah. All right. So few of the boys that we don't talk. They talk about, especially the one that we not be able to make them out of Sierra Leone. They talk about frustration, them being mocked by their community, their families. Some of them feel say they're a loser, and it be really frustrating at the time when the academy shut down. What do you think about this with regards to mental health status and all? As little kids coming up at that time, some of them don't become men now because when they see them they play at the Salon Premier League, whilst others they do other things now na their own different way.
Well, I feel bad for them, even when I listen to the interview, and from some of them, I don't, because for quite a very long time, I don't keep off some of them. I say, make them grow up and think what you do better. But I don't open up myself again. I don't begin talk to some of them. I don't begin console them again. It's sad anyway. And every time I go to salon, I try for see them. I'm not able to see them. And again, with them parent then let them down. The academy not let them down, but them parent then let them down. Why? Somebody go ask you why you say this. When these boys were with us in the academy, the only people where them parent then they visit that academy, Peter Kago was one. Peter in elder brother, by hook or crook, he go visit the academy. We get Rodney Michael in parent and visit him 1 or 2 times. And then we get 1 or 2 other boys in where I don't forget, where them parent and come really for come visit and see the beginning. But the other guys, the Maggie, I'm telling you, their parent, the only time where you see them, I want to go play in a free time. Want to go play in an academy. Now you go see them and can't watch the league. After the league, they don't go back. Holiday, the boys then go home. So the parent not really understand. They not play a role for know what they happen inside them picking their life. Because then say for don't get plan B, that in case this thing not work, how we go able for support with picking them, make them grow, make them tap for what they don't learn. So this not been the biggest problem. And again, the euphoria will be hang around the picking them. Everybody see them as professional players. As professional, people see them and say, oh, na Bellamy picking and they get money. So because they get money, even society treated them as people with wealth. When they go holiday, then communities they want money from them, not knowing that these boys don't get anything. Yes. Even in the academy, we stop them not for car with money. We stop them paying enough for send food for them because the training was that them for able to grow an environment on their own where they will make life out of themselves. So that's why when some of these boys went back to their communities, they still find life difficult. But Maggie, again, one thing I want a lot of people who they listen to, we learn, and some of the boys then when some of them go back to the communities, I realize that the place closed. I went round them. You guys in Sierra Leone, if you don't, then they sit the GCSE exam. Now we making the sit na the academy. So when you sit down, you even get opportunity for going to Frabe College with that result day. Some of them they did pass and get the requirement. I did encourage them, guys. You are back in the community. Why can't you go to Frabe College and go study something instead of just running around playing football when football will get for left you and say, "Hey, coach, you will not get money." A colleague of mine who work at the academy where they New Zealand and one day reach out to me, say, Desmond, how can I support these guys that I worked with at the academy through a project? I went to Freetown. I talked with a lot of them. Go back to school. There is money we'll pay for you guys until you finish your university. Maggie, you know what? Some of them asked me. They say, make I send the money to them. Make them say, I don't operate like that. You go fund the university, tell me to go pay at the university account to money at the give. One of the teachers then we teach at the academy and call him So today he's a graduate, he studied medicine. This lady will work at the academy, now in sponsor and tell you don't in studies. She sent all the money to my foundation, and then I send all the money to Mohammed. Mohammed pay all in school fees. I get every document of Mohammed, money we receive, tell you don't in studies. So if this woman able to do them for other somebody not been teaching at the school, what about the picking them? So some of themselves then let themselves down. They not really take their own faith in their hand. Now that make community self let them down. So you were the listen to me when opportunity come as young boys, grab them for yourself, not wait for somebody.
All right, let's listen now to Santos and Suleiman, and then we'll continue before I go play Courage. Because talking about youth football, since Bellamy Academy now they operate again, although we get youth future because with the boys them now where they try to improve their football career professionally, I think Sierra Leone gets a huge future with football, professional footballers. But let's listen to Santos Koroma.
My name is Santos Koma, former player of the Craig Bellamy Foundation. Well, I can be locked. It not be really easy, not be really easy because of some of who be getting motive they say this not to for day and we know say everything at time and everything at trial. They get face difficulties. So you see, they get face so many downfall, failure there, but not trial. First trial, they just at the time you for step up, work hard, and we happy now. Mustafa Bundu, former player of the Craig Bellamy Foundation, all in academy. It only the platform for me. Yes, and they all playing at the Sierra Leone Nations Cup. So you don't see. He really play, really amazed people there. The performance was really great. So we thank God for that. He always motivates me, more continue for work hard. This not always not tell for day, not tell for day, but at time, everything at time. He already tell you, more continue patient. Already tell you, any help we need, more tell her, get the help we. So thank God for that. Yeah. So we thank God for that. But it be really not easy for me. But I thank God because most of all this Sierra Leone right now they play the top flight league, Sierra Leone Premier League. So I really happy for that. That means say like we still get the focus that say what achieve with dream. Even if you go play outside safe, they see the different people they say them play they are not fit for there, them play they pass through academy, they see they play the different. So they call out to Sierra Leone now, just need help. Maybe just help we achieve this dream here because it's really not easy. Really not easy. Yes, really not easy. Might take people back inside the academy. The academy be fun. To be honest, now the best environment we'll ever live in. There's every time for every purpose. You get time for sleep, time for give phone, time for go school, time for train. So you see, it be really fun. It be really fun. We learn a lot. Learn a lot in academy. Learn a lot. Learn a lot. So I can say because of the thing we learn, I make work outside. Because the academy close, we find it difficult. But the other hand, we find ourselves like we learn a lot. So like at times this play keep playing okay yeah, we have thing there like we will help family pass something there because really not easy because with the academy lock and they tell you know you get a friend a fake friend to be honest Really noisy, really noisy. I tell you, your friends, a bad friend, a good friend, a fake friend, this, that. So, like, you see. But we still get motive, so go be professional footballer. We just need help. People help. People that come around just need help. Yes, just need help. Because you can really get talent there. But look how the homeless they go perform at the Nations Cup. Just watch how they go perform. You know, so we get talent. We just need academy and field in Sierra Leone for push the football go before. And that's we need. And that we need. So we call to every Sierra Leone now, may they look to this issue, the criminal issue, because the academy is in Atumbo, and they locate in Atumbo. Like at times, okay, go visit there. Like, he call me friends there. We go visit there, go out, go talk, say like, hey, now be there, alive. Life they face so many trials. So you see, but happy for that. I'm happy for the way my friends and they not forced together because like to be honest, this kind trial will happen. So because like you don't imagine say you don't go on some side where you don't make up in a life. Imagine they don't this can happen. Now some people they don't frustrate, but because like we have a WhatsApp group, so they talk to you, they help yourself, we need help, will help you, forget her, you don't see. So tango for that, and the tango really they push, because really we play the Premier League right now, really they push. So we just tango for that. Thank you.
Good morning, coders. Good morning, Sierra Leone listeners. Them out there. My name is Suleiman Boko Samora, former Craig Bellamy Foundation player, and also currently they play in the United States of America. I come na this program today for talk about a little things about the Craig Bellamy Foundation, how we help me in general as a person and as a footballer. First of all, I'm from Freetown. I remember 2009, do the tryouts, and after the tryouts, I was lucky enough for get selected for going to the academy. And then when I go to the academy shaped my life in a different ways because I'm from Bananawata, Congo Coast back then. Bananawata be one of the most troublesome area there. In Sierra Leone, like area outside picking up for grow up violence, prostitution and all that. So being young, coming out from that place, they like it be tough, and all I know about is violence, like being disrespectful, like waking up every morning, see people that they fight. So I go up that kind of place and I say normal for do all them things and they. So when I be the play ball, I be get anger issue like every time I play at the feds. So I remember back in the days, people that used to tell me, say, you not go for play ball because of you temper. So going to the Craig Bellamy Foundation, just switch everything. Even where back then where I be in school, like I cannot be take school work really serious. So but when I get into the Craig Bellamy Foundation, everything just shaped me up. And the Craig Bellamy Foundation shaped me up in a way that they helped me they like today also so but back then we didn't put all the roles. We get so many roles at the academy, like it's crazy like how many roles we get, and some of them rules then the way broke and are one off, you go home direct, like there's no coming back. And we see it happened to a few of the other boys them. And I remember we have rules like you in our school, you need for do well in our school, you need for make sure so you get 2 points or EAD score for you for play ball the next weekend. If you not get your EAD score up, if you not do well in school, then you not go for play. And if you need to try hard, if you like cause problems like they speak English, you know, you score the kandong. And if you score kandong, then they allow you for let you play football, and also they take like some privilege away from you. Like sometimes we watch the the English Premier League. They make watch the English Premier League, but all that one will be young, like will be the same say or difficult, and but at the same time, it just be the shape way up for the future. They like today, USA world on this or abroad. I remember like Kodes, really well when like we used to be mad at you, like some of because you're so disciplined, like there is no way boys do something you get away with that. And back in the days we not be no say like you try for become a better somebody. I remember you give so many boys advice. And also like the English speaking side, like we'll be in academy like for speak English, like man then be the find like annoying, like wow for speak English, blah blah blah. But guess what? It helps so many of us there like today. If you put we like na a platform for talk, like everybody comfortable of speaking, like the likes of the Mustafa, we all see him like where they do interview, really calm, really composed and know exactly what they say. But like go na the academy, like help us like for able for express yourself like over social media and stuff. And also yeah, it'd be so fun. There are a lot of fun times, but the funniest thing is it takes a lot of sacrifice. Especially from all the boys them will be there at the academy. It takes a lot of sacrifice. It'd be so tough for their way from your family, their way from your family. You dey miss Valentine's Day, you dey miss like all them holiday them just for you become successful. And we staffs them not be one in a million, like really, really, really tough staff them way like them put the work in for see they like today some of we there and even the one that with the salon self where they play the Premier League they do well, like coaching staff them be so great, like quality coaching staff, the the kitchen staffs, like the ladies they all be put 100% in everything they do and taking pride for make sure see we they do well and also make sure see we aid them they right for play football. Then the biggest thing about the Craig Bellamy Foundation is about respect, like the same way you respect the gate man from the gate man to the people who they clean to take her up, like you just get for respect. If you don't respect the cleaner, then you need to get away with that. It's really, really tough and intense. Some day can cancel if you do anything and they can even call you mommy or your daddy for can. And they give them like a chance, like you get one strike when they call you mama, the next strike, like you out of the place, and we all know how lucky we be there for the foundation, so go and put yourself in a situation who say like then call you mama, then your mama can then give their can way happen to some of the boys them we be there. But all that in a part of learning and they like today, Usade, so all this stuff that with the learn I remember one day Konneh pulled me in a corner and say, hey Suleiman, listen, you do very, very well playing football and not get doubt in you, but you get for belt in the school work a little bit. And from that day they will tell me that talk, they just kicked me up, like, hey, listen, I need to forget all my grades and right. But you need to see in the short term, but in the long term, it's really, really help, super, super helpful for see all of them boys they now with the college in America, they all they play in a D1 school, all they do really well, they get engaged them together. And also we where they play professional soccer here, like for see like we able for purchase with dreams, so the Craig Bellamy Foundation baby, super, super magnificent. And when the academy like closed, he left me with an heavy heart, left me with a really heavy heart because it'll be good program where they feel say thousand of boys then therefore be successful. And I look forward to see like if anybody go able for cow that idea at the back and make sure say it happen again because why be the end of the academy to be honest I not be the city important of I be they feel like because where you they go through the motion or where you go through the moment they see them but now where another day again I wish like the team for they still continue like even right now I think about it, it brings so many tears, because there are so many memories and even like the future generation will for them benefit of this, so like I look forward to see like if then we will bring something like that in the back and it helps a lot at the telling it helps a lot, in a different ways, in school ways, in like football ways, you know, and also like I said, like who would oversee like kudos to like Saeed we first come America, we paved the way, like we go back to discipline back at the academy. If Saeed not be disciplined enough, like most of us not for be the America because you need that one person where they pave that way and that one person they forget the right attitude, make sure say saying please and thank yous, make sure like not do anything we go school the next generation then over, you know. And then my plan from 5 years from now is for go back, my future now for go back and give back to the community, If I get the money, I go make sure say like I do the same thing with Craig Bellamy do, but if I don't get the money, but like I will for make a go able for like support the young one in my community and not to me no more, even all the boys that were there self and the boys that were in our salon, that's now goal like for Sia Global, for like changing the future generation, for count something unique. We will make all the Sierra Leonean kids there benefit, and also, yeah, it takes like a lot, it takes a lot like for do them thing and they but not say people in the country where they look for do them thing and they boy need motivation. You understand? Because so many Sierra Leoneans there, we get so many dream killers there. No disrespect to Sierra Leoneans there, but like we get so many dream killers. I know do na this, na dande, but like which you guys give for do just do and believe, thousands of picking and they where they get for benefit to and they and we see what we do Nations Cup, Salon get talent. You just take the right facilities and the right people and for run the place and believe and pour money into football, So for me I look forward to see something like that happen, and also and they look forward to represent, after watching the Nations Cup, like they look forward to represent like the country, and see Usago will give back because that back na part of giving back, come back and help the country for do even better things, And I just want to say thank you for getting me at the program. If you have any question, let me know. Love every Sierra Leoneans. Love you, Code. There's been a while we not talk. God bless. Speak soon.
All right, that's now the voice of Suleiman Boko Samora, one of the boys that were fortunate for get through the academy system, and now they play professional football. Suleiman Boko Samora. Coach Des, you see, there's so much respect from the boys. Them, everybody get that kind fear in them. Like Coach Des was disciplined, but now they understand why the discipline and who say I don't care and go. So with all this from the boys, them and Boko, they talk about coming back and give back to the society and Sierra Leone, one for play for Salon. The same thing Santos mentioned, even though then still they home, then they play at the Salon Premier League, but in open one day now for wear the green, white, and blue. And Infield say he go able to achieve that when he left Sierra Leone. So with this perception, waiting you as a coach or somebody will get experience in the game, go and for say to them kind of players and they.
Well, not only for the players them, but I want to say to Sierra Leoneans as well. We no need for we picking and left salon before they're able to make them into professional standards. Somebody go see why you say this. If we build the infrastructures, then we get the good administrators and people like Dan Durustin Thomas, the likes of Rodney Michael, Ali Mubar, to name but few way they around Salon, we get the knowledge and get the game at heart. They will develop Salon football. For example, South Africa, where are their players going? They're based in home. Go to Kenya, go to Zambia, go to East Africa, see what thing they happen in East Africa. Go to Ghana, go to Nigeria. The problem is we need for build something back home. We go put dignity in with players then.
So,
And
so
then,
how we go build this structure with people we they look at now Bellamy is no more, but other thing for them. We got a football academy where the FA can proud of say this is the FA football academy, but nothing wrong in there as well.
well, this now also the come Maggie. Just imagine you, and again, waiting people they fail for understand is in academy. Somebody which in academy. Yes, you know, go build a structure like I will get now King Tom. Nobody's using it. Then only they use one set of the building, and then the other one now people then can go you don't do it and people do. Maggie, when you not get the people that will get the correct approach in life, you know they ever achieve what you want. Somebody they tell me say if you fail for plan, you fail for achieve. One other word the way somebody tell me today, what I don't forget. Maggie, if we serious as Sierra Leoneans, people with in now with football, that Kingdom Academy, we able host with picking and day, they train them day, then go to school day, we able even make them learn tertiary things then they wouldn't go use outside their life for football. But the problem is we get people that we don't come around football, it's about themselves. The party and more than they travel with, the countries are the good the experience, the pictures and a big stadiums then, and also their own selfish ego. Let me take for example all the people who don't serve as FA now with football. When they left, who side and did today? They are all running they use now the opportunity they don't get around the football for themselves and their own family them. And the rightful owners of that opportunity when a salon picking away the pride, they suffer. We get flat land. We get flat land across Sierra Leone. Why should we be suffering for get proper playing facility? we get proper educational system. Why will it suffer? Again, people know they see the benefit of sport. That's what I can always say. Sport get an economic value for a country. But with country, we don't look at and say anybody with it to sport now idler, now bigger, now seriousness, now because you know go school. No, everybody go to school, but they use your education in a different fashion. The same with sport. They use them in a different way. So these boys can able make them get a good life when we get the structures up and running. Like you just imagine how we get the league. Now Bo Rangers is signing a player 100 million leons. Can they sign player 50 million leons? Let's say we get leagues then, we get clubs then we structured in that manner. Then they sign players and then 200 million, 300 million, 150 million. Then the league get money. You visit these boys need for go abroad. They don't need. Look at the English players. Why didn't they left England? They only left England they don't old. For go then Dubai, go to then countries, they just to go relax no more and play for namesake. The same with Spain. All the Spanish players, where did they go? Then play at the country at one age when they only left football, then go to then India and then go then Dubai, then China, just for go relax and make some money for their pension. So we're able to do the same in Salon. But the problem is not just Minoki say square pegs in round hole. We get the wrong people then are with sport. And these people not value the sport. And that's why people like us when we talk, they say that I don't want nobody in position. Me, what thing I don't achieve today, I don't want even want for die with her. I
Yeah.
want
So Desmond, also you think say all this go wrong because when you look at the statement them or you go online, you check and search, they will tell you say they be misappropriate the fund, and some Sierra Leoneans get the perception say maybe not the Sierra Leoneans are work there, maybe not the white guys there. So who side this thing go wrong? We make this academy shut down.
I stand to be corrected and they put me life in front. There was no Sierra Leonean. Pass the one we not see it too, or want not see the money we thief. But all the Sierra Leoneans they want no work at that academy. They not benefit from that academy at all. Some of we know they talk so. I open that academy na 600,000 loans them they pay me. At the common hall and they also for go work salon for 600,000. Wow. Yes, 600,000. I did it because I left my country and I left waiting I've been do. I did my Konneh by then. I get visa 5 years for the Holland. I come, I do 1 month, I go back. I come Holland for 3 months, I do school, I learn the language, I learn everything. I went back to Salon for work at the Craig Bellamy Foundation League. I get me visa 5 years for stay here. I did 1 month, I went back. 600,000 what they pay me? 600,000. But I love my country and I was happy doing it. Sierra Leoneans are not involved in any mismanagement. The people were involved in the mismanagement. Now the expert then we come. Like when you read the document and when you self they see, he said they're not able to make return. They're not able to get the trust the trust body. The trust body will then get they not get any statement of financial report, returns what they do all along with them. Maggie, when I go to the academy, the things that the year I went at the academy, all the boys that were there, they never signed a contract with the Bellamy Foundation. By right, they were supposed, yes, by right, they were supposed to sign 5-year contracts on a written document. They never signed it. These boys were just there because they scout them. They don't process and say, this is not the face for this project. Now, me, na the person, we ever make passport for Mustafa Bundu, Santigi Koroma, and Suleiman Boko. Now, me, na the first person we make passport for them, for me them fly go England. By then, the academy, now one great person been did it, and Ulan have been the person. Johnny Mackinson was the only person with the cook and the security and the G4 security there. None other person not been did it. Now when we been did it now we getting Tim Kelloway come in, then you get Johnny Mackinson with it. By the time at the left, you get then Tom, you get some other people that we left UK we come. So the whole problem centered around the people that we come for can work, not to we the Sierra Leoneans there. Maggie, I worked there, my NASIT was not paid. With colleagues that we work with by then, even the NASIT, they not pay them. So that tells you, say, the problem was not ours. The problem was the one they wouldn't bring come. Now that place that we will be in the work, the Maggie, we they pay we own transport. The people coming from abroad, the Bellamy pay their flights, pay their education. Like Johnny Mackinson, that foundation, paid in managerial course now England when he go do. So we know wetin happen. This is not a Sierra Leonean mismanagement. We are corrupt, yes, as Sierra Leoneans, but this has nothing to do with a Sierra Leone corruption. It has to do with the people who can manage the system. In fact,
Yeah.
there was a time where they get power tussle between themselves. Then begin fight. Uda Fode as manager, Uda not Fode as manager. Tim Kello was the CEO by then. There was a huge fight between Tim Kello and Johnny Mackinson, who will rule the academy. Bellamy go in favor of Johnny Mackinson. As Bellamy go in favor of Johnny Mackinson, that's where things started going on bad. Waiting Johnny did. Johnny go to get salon job. He end up for go coach salon job as a national team. So what happened? The focus been divided. So the boys were only there with no proper plan how to get these boys. These boys, the academy, will for be happy. There is a lady, even when we talk in them boys here in life, we know they talk about. This lady is called Kelsey. She's now married to a Lebanese guy they call something Atan. This lady, Kelsey, my goodness. That lady, all the boys, as they talk to them and as they encourage them when they listen to this program, let them continue for believe in Kelsey. Let them deal with Kelsey in thick and thin. Kelsey is the face of the achievement of these boys. Bellamy was the setup. Kelsey na him make way for Melen Pikin go na done school na America where them go study. Because this same program where you do na Salone, na them they do na Ghana. She was in Ghana. They provide the same opportunity for the Ghanaian boys for going to the same done school na America where they end up for play professional football and get good education and study. She's in Sierra Leone or you don't go back to the States. Kelsey made all this possible. Just imagine you pull Pikin from the ghetto, you can go California. You know how expensive it is for living in California? Kelsey can go more than 14 boys at that academy in California. The other people, they not go because the process not been there again for make them go, and it was too much for her. That now they raise fund, now they take care of the boys, and now they do everything. Now in host them there in family. It was not easy for her. That lady, even the parent in a salon, then for celebrate them, then for appreciate them. The likes of Mustafa Bundu then, where go England for go study there and end up for play. Now through the university and entrance programs and what we really look for. You go play football, you go to university, and then you get luck for play college professional football, and then they see you. We get Alassane with the England, we get Mohamed Kagbo with it, what we call him Zuzu, one of a very promising star. So all waiting happen at Salone, not to the head of Salone man that it happened. It happened at the expense of them one then wake up. I get emails them if I pull and yasu for tell some people that what's happening, and we say, so even the one that they expecting not corrupt than we. Yes. The one that
I don't know if you follow the case because there was a case set up for investigating trustees. What's gonna be the outcome with that?
Well, the outcome was the case be still in a court in England, and then they follow up that matter because me at one point I left the academy for my own safety and the dignity of me and the boys then because there was something I see we started for happen. I get me evidences, I get videos, I get information, and why I interview the boys then. In fact, one of the boys that actually talk to this, so he not go talk to me again in life because he been see me as bad somebody by then. But he not be understand, see, now your image have been tried for protect. Maggie, I go share with you that thing in privacy. And one of the things in America where you do or England or any partner do where you do you liably for go jail and for life. So these are the kind of things that when me see, I say, but no, this is not waiting with Pikin and come here so for. Then come for better life. I can't sit here, I close my eye, this thing they happen. When I talk, the people then say, if me naive. The same time they tell me I'm naive, the night, I pack all my training kits away and give me everything. I go left at the office to the Johnny Mackinson. I hook up a car, I go to McKinney. And then the next day they send somebody with a letter for go tell me, say, please, let me return back to the academy. The boys, they miss me, they need me. That day, I go to Freetown, I bring me ticket forward, I fly to the Netherlands. That's how I left Sierra Leone. But all my time, I had no plan for Kansidoya. I had plan for work in Salone until I see this foundation succeed. So it is not a Sierra Leonean problem. The trustees then will be in Dede. You get people that way they England and one or two people that way they Salone as well or so. Those are the people who know side the money go. And then one day will be the transact the money. Like me, when I do scouting, all the areas they were traveling and salon, the hotel they were sleep. Now free of charge because I know the people that we get it. When I come back with the money in our academy. Attend around me, driver will be the drive me by then. Now living witness. When we can they return back in Desmond, why we not go use them money? I say, sir, them money have to go give account back. But anytime we go, they make people and then the Lord, you need to sleep now, which I say yes, because they need the money for let we develop. Waiting they happen in our country. Not for myself. But then when they will be the old money inside them put her. Maggie, then we pick here, then suffer, but people not go understand. Now I make some of we they encourage the boys they made them think of helping back them society. Today I've been go around the boys them and tell them, say, let we find a way, let we begin raise fund in Europe for go take the place we said we did it.
Yeah, because now the place they like that. Is it that now because of the court case, nobody know will take over, or like how it is so somebody can come on board and say we're letting on the academy? Because people they look up to the FA and the Ministry of Sport.
There is a lot we need for dig around that place because when we said I get few people that will call me when I salon people that's where we get money we somebody tell us I call Desmond because if in day they will make go try for share best when I can open that place there. I do my investigation and still I talk to some few people in a salon who then tell me I talk to few people then tell me how they get the place, waiting at the condition, and some of them say I put a proposal together. Last send them to and let them see the proposal. Then if the proposal what, maybe they might give me the opportunity for go open the place or bring in the people that want to talk with. Then we go open. But you know, salon now one place where you put your proposal together, you give the person from experience. Then you go use them for another project and forget, but you will write the proposal. So that's why I just stick to myself and continue for encourage like the boys them. I've been getting a meeting with them. Say, guys, look. The essence of that place was for you guys to give back to the community. I know some of you are struggling. You've not made it yet in life. But can we use the environment to not grow up? The schools they want to attend. Let we go there back, we go tell the schools and have beneficiary, salon day to and that academy. Can they support una for raise fund? Let we go kickstart that place there again. Me, I want to go get a meeting with Bellamy. Let you tell me what's the problem. How we all can work together. We can still use a name. Because this guy don't start something where now a legacy where nobody not gonna ever take from. And look, Mustafa Bundu. Mustafa, few years ago, even just they sleep. Ask him for talk, self, you know, go talk. He's so quiet, he's shy. Today he's the highest paid Sierra Leone player. He's the highest signed in Europe. He's the highest signed salon player. He's the richest at that age. So that tells you the benefit where some of them don't get from Bellamy. Go to
and I do my next video I do now in profile I do because I can do profile of the players them. I work on them. I reach once I read but where they say now the first Sierra Leonean we actually playing at Wembley Stadium during the time where if in England where the academy send them day after we don't get in trial with Liverpool. You know, Ian Samoa been get trial in a Liverpool Academy in England. So he's one of the first Sierra Leone playing at the Wembley Stadium. And that in story from the article, the way I will explain to the journalists, they tell you what it meant to him as a kid at that time.
And to be candid with you, Mustafa Bundu by then in the academy, in life he live today is the same. He has always been that quiet boy, that shy boy. He did off social media. He's there, but he doesn't participate like the others. He's so quiet. Then if he tell you say he get problem, or anybody tell you say Mustafa get problem, let the person check himself first. In provocation, you don't mix. 2 minutes you don't provoke in company, and the next you go see an embedded in sleep. Yes, all in care about now is skill and waiting he want for achieving the game. But he's a lovely guy. And waiting he don't achieve, I they encourage them all, make them go back, and may we all come back together. We find way for good give back to the society. And me, I'm encouraging them, and I talk to them every time. I know some of them, the problems they only go through, we still support them behind the scene, make them take time because it's not easy. Problems then they can't away, but they are really trying.
All right. Okay, let's listen to this. The coordinator for youth football now at Salon, grassroots football as they call him, where na Almami Courage as will be asking some questions with regards the plan where the FA get for youth football because the new president or the president when Thomas Daddy Brahma since he come, Desmond can always say, and able showing manifesto it, but they will set up some bodies them encourage the and the grassroots football in the country.
Somebody way now the newly appointed coordinator for youth football at the country way we can talk to for know waiting at the plans where they get ahead for youth football. Hello and welcome to Mags Tribune Sports.
Thank you very much, Mr. Magdalene.
You can tell people that waiting at your name.
I'm with Craig Bellamy.
Now let me start off with your appointment. It became as a surprise to you on as until looking at all these years where you don't day youth football with all the experience you began to you as surprised or you expect that?
No, not to be surprised because I have the beginning. All the time while they are around football, even while they are the Premier League, so as chairman for the Premier League club, I just see an effect for let the club get its structure from their candle to them picking and league. So I've been doing that. Everybody there around football, you know, say if we only team, we talk privately, I eat football at the top level because if we not go down there, we don't get the development of there.
Okay, let me look at since you take over as coordinator for youth football and continue, waiting on some of the team away already, because we know say youth football not be that's active over the years. Waiting on some of the team away, at least since the way they appoint you, so now way you don't back on.
Well, you know, say normally the appointments not go to the public, but I will say thanks and appreciation to the Sierra Leone Football Association for that opportunity they give me. But you self know say I don't close the Western Area Football Association. We are doing our fit here for Konneh with the youth department sector. Moreover, we don't get different programs for doing. We get like under 12, we get the under 8, we get the under 10, we get the under 15. I don't want to stop them because the talent really past 17 for the MRI. And also, you know, say they get talent for that kind of thing. But you're not going to be fit for developing football, you're not talking about the infrastructure. Every you know, say that this infrastructure now get talent because then kind failure will get so if you begin develop player from 8 years, say the 15, 17, even if we break to Europe for that last is very difficult because injury you come by the surface of the play. So one part of the program they will effect for the football association for let them collaborate with government, they'll get more of artificial turf. So we'll get better pitch, better infrastructure. You see the clear picture of the youth football and also you know say when they talk about youth football, you get people for example now, Manes, then they in charge of grassroots. Like they are already from 4 years to 12 years. So from 12 to 17, then they within that youth age. So we will get that kind in the technical department of the federation, we will get youth department federation, they extend them to regional level, regional extend them to district. So the district exactly will play around youth football. So there was, for example, now say okay now the districts they play from 8 to 15. So like 15 now can now the region fed for play 15 and 17. So from there the federation now do like national we don't get all the qualifier there. For example now Cowden and Football Academy can play like tournament, so they give more opportunity. So even now for example now if the northern region, I mean northwest, like we within that Poloko, that carrying an axis, then self-organize the youth football around from 12 to 15. Play different. So at the end you say okay now we look out for 12 and 15, we look out for 30 talents and where they cost across the region. You can't go to the north, you can't go to the south, you can't go to the east, you can't go to the western area. So in the final say from 15, you will get 100 players now the entire country. 12 you don't get 100 players. From the let's forget the national side, they can do selection of 30. So that 30 they watch them progression stage. So the most important thing now for let people do more investments in the youth department. You know say the past 8 years now just individually do like the likes of Aisha Johansson, they do tournaments, FC Calon say they try for develop young people there that progression. Say the one under 17 they play Division 1, where they migrate, then can at the Premier League, you don't understand. So we two different effects for do now, we they call on all Sierra Leoneans there. We get interest by youth football, at least we first do consultation now, let everybody carry the idea. So with everybody idea now, we put that into one, we get direct strategic plan. For example, now say from 2022 to 2025, within our target around youth football, we build the document from there the FA role and district, region, from the inside it now the first for get infrastructure, that kind of thing.
Okay, so many Premier League clubs, I think now only if you get most of youth team where if you want to see the football go na the country, I think that the area than the way then club then they need for strengthening, because if you take a look at the old players then already then they fade out, and for the game obviously you only work with some of them Premier League clubs here where not get youth team for themselves best and help for develop youth football.
Now can I give you an example? Who organize the Western area under 15 tournament? If I now say most of the Premier League team then we get the likes of the Central Parade, the FC Cologne, the Mountoures Lifa, and also let's say Eastern Tiger, Loa be they take Edwards. So some of them we get that facelift day. Like Orthodox now, you know see that they use red. So Lions people them they car around, they say they go do collaboration with Orthodox. One thing I go tell you, I'm not too particular about the Premier League clubs there, for that kind of category. Way to just me now for let the structure dey. Because for example now, if the Lions get field, we then get field when are their own that field dey, then they begin now from 15. They get different coach that they put there. So immediately, for example now, they league then they are the player now we school up. Like first term you can play 12, second term you play 15, third term you play 17. So by next year the 15 there you go down see that and they go join the 17. So no need not there for them to tell them. Because that line now they been like strategic plan say that all Premier League club get under 15 and under 17. But what we want to do and structurally, now you go even can go 15 year player where it's not 50 when at 16. So one beginner being way they get better structure, get better data. So if they follow the player, say no, this is 15 because if you don't play 15, you don't understand it. So one pillar structure they first, after all don't pillar, like district level, regional level. Hold on pillar, for example, now if you get Manez FC, as me as chairman of Mountoures Sleeve Crack, he can partner with you. So okay, now you go to develop the player then to different level then from there, or they use Mountoures Sleeve and name. If anything happen with the player then locally, internationally, you get 10%. So that they make club do that collaboration there. So cable, cable is sponsor the feeder team. So now that kind one bill and force around districts, region, you don't understand. Because don't bill now, for example, no don't get a right. All the Premier League club then if you get under 15 team or under 17 team, like for example, if the Lions they play Mountoures Lifa today, at the end if not Lifa the host, the 15 are they play first. So if the game they play 7, then play around 5. So they don't know. So then self they get competition for play. So they see the one they get prospect, you don't understand. So all that kind of thing and they from there, or they even effect or put not a proposal like this idea. Like this, you get some player at the back, you get the talent, but you know one go school. So they even encourage and say, if you know we at least even find another 2-3 sponsor, you get the talent, force it for putting at school. So all that kind of thing and they fight for put in document for not get a right. Not of just about just youth football like how they talk and just can't play and go. Because you need for playback and get the player the data. So they know the migration and then kind of thing they do the plan. So still they call Sierra Leone and then we get interest for youth football, we get the know-how, let them get let them first for contact me, because open up for let at least let we all come together, let get a right here. If we get a right, we need shorting of material. For example now, if I also they look out now for the player the way them born overseas. With them people there now Sierra Leone but them go born them for the Konneh national team because we not get development stage. We get development stage, you get many players with the competition they do. So now that kind of thing we want fit for do now within 2 years we see the exact direction.
You made mention of education. Any planning for you to take the game to the school, because I think that our easy also we go for developing.
Yeah, that planning day. I think by March or June you see that Pan Africa game they start with Musape start with we taking the game to the school. But then I think the FA and the FA and the ministry and also NSA dem need another consultation in collaboration because the school sef go help you because you dey see the raw talent dey the only challenge number one me go advise say if we dey play schooling let play close door let people know particular about the money because if dem say for pay na that need dey carry with that influence for that at the end the game get you sabi that violent so let dem just go play for law wey go see the talent na that kind thing we be expect and we reach for see.
So finally, wetin people for expect from una own department since they appoint you as the coordinator, you na the official person wey responsible for coordinating youth football at the country. So wetin people for expect from una?
Well, one first, on the first for the FA through the technical department, get that department within at the technical side. For example, now say youth department. You can able to say okay now, for example, if Manes dey there now, or me and Manes dey there, we differentiate it. We get the grassroots aspect, we get the youth aspect. So from there, we take one thing back way and not measure for no. We need for make program for develop we younger because the coach picking a different between the coach the big one there. So if we really self we grassroots coach now self they're able to do calls where they get up to a license when are picking there they so they know when and how for dividend. So they propose now let the FA get the structure. Youth football structure now the FA. From there also then get a part of the technical side, then get staff back with in charge of youth football. So they will flow from there. So how that structure they are at the secretariat, now so they expand on the region. And so the 5 regions, so the region self they carry it and down at the district. So we say, oh, we want for let under 12 league play nationwide, they get it all right. When they just they play, let people able come in a private sector for can do small investment by infrastructure. We get the infrastructure right. And also like I tell you, I know that tell you the next 2-3 months we will hold the strategic plan with few people then we don't put. So they call on every Sierra Leonean for let them able contact me or through the FA for let them able angles together, allow get we will be able to develop youth football. Lord come out now that's how they think what say. We just look out for players that carry also the tell thanks to the media which give me the opportunity at any time available.
All right, that's now Almami Courage talking to Suleiman Menes Kamara about a role as the coordinator for youth football. Desmond, you listen to the interview, lengthy interview. First of all, now be surprised to me for no say Courage now the coordinator for youth football. Not until we for talk to somebody from the FA, then they say na Courage. Thanks to him for the giving us the opportunity for answer our questions. Then, but Desmond, as we round up now, what do you think about this? The roadmap where it will explain the structure how they want to go through you think say this go be right and then we will forget them right this time?
Well, with all due respect to I the question the FA on which grounds they appoint them, on which grounds they appoint them. Yes, now fine guy, you get your own experience, don't be around the game for quite a very long time. Maggie, this is where I said the Alliance will only learn for respect people that we don't pass through process. We get over 200 to 300 managers there. We are well trained and qualified by this Bellamy League where we work. They know it's not managerial, they know what it mean for work with picking. Waiting it go cost we FA for go round or throw help in hand to them guys then. Somebody like Dorothy Thomas will work with we. That guy now shape some of we. You talk of journalists them, commentators them in sports. That guy now shape some people.
Me say go through in training. Now
Yes.
train me video journalism and all. Now train me that
Yes.
side.
So we need people like that. Do they consult them before they appoint anybody they want for appoint? We get them we get Sugar Ray them. We get Kamusu, where they do graphic and something now. We get so many of them. We work to get them John Cargo. We get them Julius Koroma. All across Salon, we work as managers. We get them Esther Rose, Mansare them. These people all work as managers. So if they're now we country, we're not able to use them. We're not able to harvest that experience we then get for work on that Bellamy League. Then what are we talking about? With all due respect to Kores, with Almami, with them appoint. I know when they meet them, na social media, we don't meet. They don't make some comment. Then we no one they see me, we elect. I respect them for the comment they will make. But if we FA serious, we need for comot from selecting people wey support we or selecting people wey dey cause for we on social media because we want learn and for there around we know. Maggie, we get they talk about coaches then. Say when you train, make them
All
get
right. Yeah, Desmond, I come to you. Konneh want for say something. You know, say Konneh is very interested in youth football. Hello, Konneh, welcome to the show. All right, it's okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. We will try to get Konneh at the show for let himself give your own view some other time. Thank you for your time. We dey round up now. Desmond, as we dey can go, waiting will be round up message and quick one as we want for say bye bye for today.
Well, one, I want to tell you thank you, and I also want to appreciate Saul. We come join for let we talk what we experience now, the Bellamy Foundation and development of young people in Salone. And I also want to use this opportunity to appreciate Craig Bellamy as well for the initiative we bring Camna Salone and also this lady Kelsey Atan also and for appreciate the opportunity we give to we boys them and also want to tell all me brother them we give them interview we take the interview from we add them voice to what we talk today people all the boys them we come on at the Bellamy Foundation the one them at Salone and no see some of them the interviews and get for camp because a lot of them why I don't reach them then they wait for Yeri from this first one so more interviews and get for camp more
Yeah,
experiences
we're gonna play them as time as we move on.
I want to tell them thank you, and I really appreciate some of them. We take them time and encourage them outside and they make them continue for be ambassadors for the Craig Bellamy Foundation and Sierra Leone as well. And to Yusuf, thank you very much. And to Almami Quares, we are out here. We're ready for Giwi time and service for let we promote Salone in respect of putting people on the Giwi. So make them look me with the talk of training new coaches. We don't even need for good apart because we already get qualified coaches the way Bellamy don't train more than 200 to 300 around the country. It's all about identifying them, bring them come to a system where they work, and then you see what they can able for do for you. One of them that I'll get na McKinney will work for me. One of them Dave Konneh will work. You just need for tap into them, bring them come in the system, then get the knowledge, then get everything they take. So this what it, let we for waste money and resources. Say we dey go train new people when we get people already wey qualified in society. Look, Coach Ernest, he dey free time. Coach Ernest, wey dey Sarah Rangers or so. He's one of the best youth developers wey I sabi na Salone. One of the best coaches they will go ever work with Pikin. Would I care about him? People like that are the ones they should be bringing close to youth development because it gets within it take for develop Pikin in Salone.
Uh, fa- Fatma, yeah, Coach Ernest, it don't say where it in that system they for develop youth. The youth them. I know I'm very well, Coach Ernest Musa. They try in very best, but those people they're not recognize them. I don't know why we can't return so. Fatma, they say is this youth development cover women's football too? That's not question we will ask Courage next time. Indeed, talking about youth, I think say them for involve everybody, all inclusive, because when Bellamy been there, all inclusive, and also another youth system will die out without anybody questioning at the Airtel Rising Star, will also be they play a great role for develop under 17 players team. And quick one before we go. Now the league that we play today with Salon players are not play much. We get few. And at QPR been draw 1-1 with All City. Usman Kakebide out of the squad. Now League One, Bolton beat AFC Wimbledon 4-0. Amadou Bakayoko score in the 87th minute as it been coincide as a substitute now the 71 minutes. And this now the consecutive week where it is score continuously. One of the players that we get interest for play for Salone, but never forget the call up 8. Sule Kaikai provide 2 assists as inside, while Combi Wanderers draw 5-all against Cheltenham Town now in League One. And in the National League, David Cisse play for 64 minutes inside Weatherstone, then 2-1 defeat to Wrexham at home. And we will continue for bring the update on Salon players abroad now the page after the weekend matches them. But for the Salon Premier League, Anti-Drugs beat Old Warriors 2-0. Usman Baribi accounts for both goals in 23 and 86 minutes respectively. Bo Rangers beat Bibuya Warriors 2-1 inside Bo. Amadou Mansare scored in 7 minutes for Bo. Momo Sanko level the scores in 17 minutes for Bibuya Warriors. But Musa Noah Kamara been get for score inside 74 minutes for win the match for Bo Rangers. And the last match we played this evening, now Mighty Blackpool as them beat Central Paris 3-0. Ron Gandhi Williams will score in 10 minutes. Donald Wellington score in 55 minutes. And we also get Edward Momo where we sealed the victory with a goal in 87th minute. So that's all for sport today. Desmond, if you want to say something before I bring the result there.
This same question with Fatmata asked, I don't ask the same question at a forum where the coordinator they appoint the answer where he give to me, say if me care about female football, let me say go spend, let me go put money on female football. And that's how he answer me. So I'm not surprised, even in the interview, now more on male, he talk. He say if me want let me say go open my own way, la begin support female football. But these are the kind of people we get in our society. I'm not can understand and I know they go against them, but it is sad that we get people like this who they think this way. And again, we're not ready for let we get a balanced equation in development of sport in our country. Because for more than appointing guys and I would tell you again talk about, and on one day you then talk of female. All them plan now we forget boys under 15, this under 15. No go you say okay, we collaborate under 15 girls and boys. Use them, even if you not get them, but let somebody know say you want to work within this range. Then you go begin identify them. But if you are not thinking about them, then which means they're out of the equation.
Okay. All right, then we will come back next week with another topic. But we always want for to say youth football go before Desmond and one person, and Konneh also another person where always want for see youth football develop. He is very good at developing youth players. Now in work so the manual exactly. But the issue when if they talking on the phone, I think people nobody gets out there. Now for me on side, I go try to fix that up. By next week in the next edition. But we go try to get Konneh now the show one day where we can talk to you about how for develop the youth system instead of getting a very good plan. And these people they need for bring them on board because some of them people they are the experience where they don't get can make a whole lot of change in the football system as Salone. You can't keep them out because of them good question where they ask. At times, these people they keep them out because they talk. Salone will not let us where they talk and ask questions. As long as you question the system, they see you as bad person, not knowing that they try for do the good thing. You know, like when the boys they talk, they always say, we feel say Konneh bad. But now we understand say Konneh be one the good for we. So that's always it can be. So until then, me and Magdalene will host the show. Thanks to Desmond and all the boys that will talk to me. I still wait for Mustafa Bundu in interview because I won't forget from him. It's so special to me. Like I say, professionally, before they left for go Liverpool and Sule, I happen for be the person who interview them. And that time they'll be so excited for. Then at the boss and they run after them. So say, come quick. We do the interview, they'll be so excited. But all the same, they're not able to play for Liverpool. But you see now, Mustafa don't reach to the level where Desmond don't confirm is the richest Sierra Leone player now at his age. You can look at that and how other players look. And you hear when company they say it can help them, even though it motivate them as well. For make sure, say, even though we then don't left back home, but they're able to do something we go push them before. So all that is a part of the academy in development. And you see how they talk, so intelligent, different from the other level. No disrespect to the other levels there, but that will tell you how academy system can improve a football system in a country. Well then, we want to say bye-bye today. We don't take a very long time, but indeed, it was a good show. Until then, me and Maggie, they say goodbye.